Hello everyone. I'm going to turn my training difficulty down a bit because my gears are jumping at the far end range, so it saves me from going down there and my gears jumping. I don't want to adjust them because then I'll have to readjust them when I go back out on the road tomorrow when I put a wheel back on. So that's why training difficulty is quite handy. How's everybody doing? Unexpected? No, this live stream's been scheduled for almost a whole day. Almost a whole day. I'm still getting my head around all this. Afternoon, everyone. Let me get my chat up. It's only one turn? You don't own my bike, Ben. It's always more complicated than that. Yeah, I think GCN's video of the Tour de Stations blew mine out the water. Ollie sent me a message prior to going out there. He was picking my brains on it, but he was wanted to know if I was going out. And I said I couldn't go out there, so. Oh, nice, Bertie. I'll definitely see you there. It's quite warm in here. Ow. I'm a magician. So if you didn't see the most recent video, I'm coming back to Zwift racing. Well, I always have done really at this time of year, because it really helps actually. It's like that finishing touch. Zwift racing, and I don't know. It gives me that kind of that pressure a little bit, in the sense that I'm competing with people watching. Still a little bit slow, but it is actually changing, so that'll do. That'll do. Yeah, that's alright. That'll do. Stinks of WD-40 in here. Where is Lord? Indeed. So I've been keeping abreast of all the stuff going on in the Backhill Discord. Can see that you've been busy, most of you, doing, well, not just the off the map races, but races in general. I know the Zwift Racing League is starting up again soon, so it's been great to hear your battles with fitness and personal bests, some of you as well. Hey, yeah, I'm doing well, thank you. I need your help in this one, guys. Remember, I'm like a newbie all over again when I start doing these. Remember, I'm bound to get dropped at some point because I switch off. Oh, I don't know, Josh. It's on Strava, Josh. It's on Strava. You should be able to see it on there. I can't actually remember what I did. I don't know, it must have been mid 400s, I'd imagine. Oh, we hit Foxhill early, did we? That's news to me. I thought we did it. I thought it was like a good 15k before we hit the first hill. Great. Thanks for that anxiety-inducing message there, Ben. I felt early. Story of my life. Okay, first one back. Welcome everybody. Let's enjoy. I was a bit premature. Oh yeah, Wahoo the car rider. Hey, hey! Anything changed since I've last live streamed? I see we have a new progress bar. Am I right? Afternoon, everyone. Backwards hat. I know I'm missing the end of the welter for this. I'm devastated. No spoilers. New maps and the Zwifters have gotten stronger. Okay. Do I count as one of the Zwifters? No, I don't mind if you don't watch this, guys. You go watch a Vuelta. You can always come back and watch me. Not a fan of this pink Tron. Should have changed. The Zwift Academy, Ben. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Is it one of those things I'll regret when I'm like 40? Bit disappointed, Phil, that I'm on the small screen and the belt is on a big screen. I'm kidding. Yeah, that'll be taking people's spots then, wouldn't it? That'll be affecting the process, wouldn't it, Ben? Like that Movistar thing that happened a couple of months ago, remember? Affecting the process. I don't know. One of life's dilemmas. Hey Scott, fellow WLC. That is true, Phil. Phil's still in the bath. He's like a wrinkled prune now. He's been in there for hours. Nice one, Kev. It proves you watched the first 5 seconds of the video. Plan for the climbs. What do you want the plan to be, Dave? That's very true. Very true, Ben. To be fair, it would have been a Zwift morning this morning. As you can see, the rain in London, it was like that this morning in South Wales, but it actually, it's actually really nice out there now. I'm trying to stick to the plan, so plan was to do this afternoon after a ride this morning. Sweet spot, Dave. Sweet spot. Trying to stay in the biggest blob, where it just strung out a little bit there. I'm not too worried, but you never know. Weight of my new bike, 7.5 kilos. What do I expect it to be with the upgrades? Probably just under 7. If I'm completely honest with you, I'm a little bit disappointed with it. Not the bike, I'm disappointed with the weight of it. I assumed it would be like sub 6, like a super, like super duper light for a disc brake, but yeah, I was told that it wasn't achievable, but I was told it wasn't achievable, well, because I wasn't involved in the process, which I'm gonna be like, when I become a bigger influencer, no, when I'm allowed to actually say what I want to say, and, you know, say like, no, I don't want to use that, I want to use this, then I'll have more power to do that. At the minute, I probably don't have the clout to be able to say that. The running joke is that the problem is, it doesn't matter what bike I'm given, I tend to win. So if I was losing, then you could question the small things, but because I'm winning, it's a problem. And of course, like David will remember, when we did the Struggle Dales, I set the 4th fastest time ever at Park Rash on a borrowed aluminium bike that's about 10 years old. that I hadn't ridden. That was the first ride on it. I borrowed it from a mate and set like the 4th or 5th fastest time at Park Rash. So it's not necessarily all about the bike, but it's very important. So like, I love the bike. I love like how flash it is. I love how in your face it is, and it's a joy to ride. It's really nice, and you can't measure that. You can't measure how good something feels when you're on it in terms of performance. And sometimes that's overlooked, but I certainly think that I mean, if we can get it down to sub 7, I'll just have to make do for this hill climb season. But next year, I don't think it's gonna, I basically want to get to the point where I can demand whatever I want, which sounds really arrogant, but when you're I don't see myself as an influencer, I see myself as an athlete, and so I need to be viewed as an athlete, basically, and I need to be on the very best of the best to do what I want to do. But yeah. Well, you see, I didn't have a say in disc brake or rim brake, so it's all very well you know, a lot of you saying oh, it's disc brake, but I didn't have much of a say in it. I didn't even know what would be on the bike. You know, I need to get to that point where I'm able to demand those things and say, no, this is what we're going with. But I'm absolutely over the moon with the bike I've been given. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say life's a bed of roses. It's the real struggles of, well, being an athlete, isn't it? You're trying to work sponsorship, you're trying to do the best you can. Now obviously I could buy all the equipment and make a really light bike myself, but that would drain basically all of the money I have. So, you know, I'm still small time. I take it for granted. You know, maybe some people think that I'm quite big time, but I'm starting from the bottom because I'm not racing for teams anymore. Yeah, of course I appreciate the time and effort that sponsors put into supporting an athlete. You know, I'd be foolish if I didn't be super thankful and grateful for having the support. And I wouldn't be here without you guys watching the videos. Or, not just the videos, but just supporting what I'm trying to do. So, you know, it's not just about social media. It's you support me as an athlete, I hope, as a professional athlete, an elite athlete, whatever the heck you want to call it. So, yeah, we will see, you know, what this season brings on this bike. We will see. I'm still only 27. I haven't bought it yet, Ben. I haven't bought it yet. Still waiting to hear back from him. just so you know, I have expressed my feelings to the equipment I'm riding on. I've told them that it's just me being my very anal self, and I'm very picky about, like, you know, I get quite, like, you know, as you do, you get very precious about, like, performance and things like that. So, you know, I understand that. Well, I've voiced my opinion then that, you know, I do 100% want to make that bike lighter. At the end of the day, it gets dark. No, at the end of the day, the only events that matter now, from now to the end of October, are hill climbs. And when I was presented with the bike, I was told that it was fit for Tour de France. Of course, I'm not doing the Tour de France, I'm doing British hill climbs. So I need to, you know, we have to remember that the spec of the bike is very high end, but it's not necessarily high end for the demands of the event. But it'd be interesting to see what we do on the hill climbs on the bike. I'm no less excited. You know what I mean? Hello, we got a flyer. Okay. Well, the only thing we can do actually to that bike is different wheel set, different tires, one by setup, and a different size cassette. So those are the only things we can actually really do to it. Oh, the hunt wheels are sub-kilo, aren't they? Less than a kilo. Who cares about what? What if I still perform well? Well, that's the problem. I still do perform well. But if I was on a 5 kilo bike, personally, I believe if it was, you know, if I had the same bike as the top competitors in terms of weight, I'd, you know, it would be far, well, it'd just be like a level playing field. Basically, by riding a bike that's heavier, you're handicapped, aren't you? Like, simply put. Like, unless, of course, you're lighter than your competitors, but it still comes down to watts per kilo, doesn't it? Indeed it is. I do think that as a society we do put too much emphasis on equipment. We see like a lot of talk in society about aerodynamics. A lot of people then talk about like watts per kilo. Yeah, funny enough, I rarely ever talk about either of those things. The one thing that's consistent with me is the process. And as boring as it looks, because I'm basically doing the same thing every time you watch a video, there's a subtle message in there that it's you. It's all down to you. And you know, it doesn't matter if you're on the best bike in the world. You know, you've got to be on top form yourself. You know, you've got to put yourself first. Yeah, well, truth be told, I do have a small bit of doubt in my mind. That's why I voiced my opinion to them about it. You know, I've got to be comfortable. Like, I love the bike, but I know that it could be better. So we've spoken about that and we've agreed to try and find some compromise. Hey, when are we going to do some climbs around here? What's going on? Still on a flat road. "32 kilometers, roger that." Oh, David's itching to get the climbs, like. There's no need to body shame, Dave. That's also not a great thing to say when I'm, you know, I am trying to get the race weight. It's not motivating when you say that. For everybody watching or listening, being 1 kilo heavier than you are normally is not something to be ashamed of. Just remember that. 1 kilo is nothing. Yeah, Bertie, you've just got to grow, buddy. You've just got to grow. Does it hurt on the trainer? No, it doesn't. Not yet, anyway. Hey, Mr. Harron, how you doing? Feeling fab at the minute, but nothing's happened. Ah, you're riding a Clancy Briggs. That's awesome. Say hello from me. I've had a fair few comments from people like saying that I'm, you know, I'm basically like a child in 60 kilos, but like, can't help it, like, you know, can't help it. Well, I can't help it, like, I need way more, but, like, the amount of exercise I'm doing, like, I can't help but be. Yeah, I watched the diaries. What's it like to be back on Zwift? I'll tell you at the end. Just throwing it down, is it? Ed's a good lad, Bertie. Real good lad. No, I don't know, like, not really. Yep. Hey, bullet. Some attacks going down, Ben, so it's not all that boring. Max for the tunnels, we must be turning soon. Yeah, Jace. Which climb are we going up first? Fox, cool. Not bad so far, Nate. Not bad. Strange being indoors. And it's nice to be dictated to as well, like people making an effort in the race is forcing me to make an effort, so different type of training, isn't it? Guy's still on his own up there up front. Looks like it. One of many, Bertie. Yeah, it's not a magic. It's not a magic pill, if you know what I mean. Like, it's just one of many. I really enjoy micro intervals, I've got to be honest. Evening, Ian. Just in time for the sunset in London. Yeah, 800 watts. So it's only one lap. So what exactly is this course then? So we go up Fox, and then what? It's a bit confusing. Who's enjoying the stream being back? Really enjoying everybody else's streams, by the way. I've been a secret lurker. I don't often comment. Fox, down box, quick loop, and then up box. How quick is that quick loop? Is it worth going solo or what? Worth going solo up Fox? I mean, more for the training effect, obviously, but in terms of, I don't know. Hey vegan, all well, all well. No, not while I've been on the trainer. I haven't been on the trainer for months, really, have I? 10k. Okay. Yeah, I know you're right, David. I will get a training effect, though, won't I? So, we'll get a training effect. I'm not having much luck with power-ups. I've not had one yet. Zwift is conspiring against me in that first one back. On the Tower Bridge. I need a wee. Yeah, that's what I do, Lord. Full power fan. Hey Carl. Just in time for the spice. Full power fan. Oh yeah. Oh no, where's everyone gone? Come back. Oh, there they are. That was lucky. That was lucky. Panic. Let's go. Head mode. Thank you, everyone. Hey, Jack. Would you guys be up for watching a live stream of me doing the Zwift transparency test? Oh, I'm sweating now. Oh. Struggling to cool down. Last bit of freewheeling. Oh. Hey, Robin. No, I won't be totally naked. Cheers, Jack. Yes, Jack. Ah. Oh, that's so much cooler. What's our max heart rate? About 185-ish. Going for the low cadence. Bit of a hack to keep the heart rate under control. You all know it. Uh-oh. Finally made it. Didn't care to go. Where's the finish, everyone? Where's the finish line? Is it back there? A little bit of upper zone 3. David, you know it, you know it. Still hurts though. Cheers, guys. in the zone. He's coming back slowly. Just gotta hold his pace now. Come on. Easy. Not really. Nearly there. We'll have to, Ian, we'll have to. For sure. Come on, Ed. Come on, this is easy. Easy, come on. Come on. Nice and tanky. Steady away. Thank you. Last challenge. Yeah, it might not look like much of a race, but I've still got to put the effort in, haven't I? Oh. Initial thoughts, I've forgotten how hard it is, and especially for heart rate, but obviously being indoors, you know, obviously doesn't help the heart rate drop. But I have to say, I really enjoy this stuff. Like, I think I can really do a lot for you in many ways. Doesn't matter how strong or weak you are. I think I can do a lot for you. Obviously not all the time. Well, I mean, you can do it all the time, but I think it's pretty cool. So, but you know that. You know that I feel that way. Really, I wanted to get this done so that I can have like a benchmark for when I do the Zwift verification test, and I'll be thankful for your company when I do those in about a week. I'm looking forward to the Zwift Racing League, yeah. Even though it kind of clashes with the second half of the hill climb season. Like, I feel like, yeah, the funny thing is, with Zwift racing, it's very much, for me, a bit like motor pacing. It forces me to do the efforts that maybe I don't want to do. And there's always a benefit to that, you know, if you believe in it. Part of it is believing that it's going to benefit you. That's where a lot of coaching trust comes in. But got to get this last bit done now. Keep concentrating. I know, Lord, I know. Yeah, I don't know, because I'm doing the Premier League this time. I know. I'm in the big league. But yeah, I don't know whether or not I'll have to rotate with other riders in our team. So yeah, I don't know, to be honest. Whew. Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad thing if I was able to miss a round or two. Because of hill climbing, obviously, but... Oh. Am I doing a Zwift Academy? I don't know. When does this start? The Zwift Academy, guys? Yes, the Premier League with Wahoo, yeah. As you've probably seen, the team has exploded, so... yeah, I mean, it'll be fun to watch, I think. Like, if I'm in the Premier League, you know, you're actually going to be able to see me against the best riders on Zwift, and, you know, it's something that, it's nice. And I'm able to finally do that. You know, I think we've had a taste of it a couple of times. Some of you probably remember we've had some really good battles with some of the best riders on Zwift. But to be there week in, week out will be really fun, and that's what I'm going to treat it as, because you know, because half of it is during hill climb season. I need to see it as fun. Otherwise, I think it's going to distract from. Well, it's going to distract from the hill climbs. You know, I'll still be serious when I race it. Obviously, you know, it's Premier League. I need to show up, but you know, hopefully you guys will be there. Hopefully it won't clash with some of your races, so you'll get a chance to watch it live. But I know most of the races are flat. Is that right? But you know, at the end of the day, I think it'll just be cool to race with those racers that we always see, you know, getting a lot of publicity, and you know, like the Legion riders, you know, Freddie as well. If Freddie's racing, you know, I know you guys love him, so you know, it'd be great to race against and with Freddie. You know, and yeah, we might get our names out there. You know, not just me, but you know, if we happen to like win an event, you know, I want to kind of showcase you lot as well. So if we get a really good result and the live stream blows up and you guys are in here, then hopefully that pays off for you guys. You know, you get to have, you know, a little community following you when you stream as well. It's not out of the question. You know, it's definitely not out of the question. I'm going to ask about the whole back pedal thing and doubling up. I might be able to, you know, represent back pedal. So, you know, we'll see. I mean, that'll be great, wouldn't it? I don't know if there is a restriction. You know, we'll see. You know, one thing we do know is that the Premier Leagues, you know, I remember watching in the last season, one of the negatives that people tend to point out is the fact that the Premier League is very much, you know, a bunch sprint, or, you know, never tends to be like a decisive split or moment, unless of course there's a big climb or anything like that. So you know, and I know Freddie, for one, is a big advocate for making the race, you know, making the race interesting, and you know, he's strong enough to make it interesting and then have a good finish. So you know, there's an opportunity for, you know, there's at least one other rider that has a similar mindset to me. You know, I'll be there to shake things up, no doubt. You know. Yeah, have a look, Mick. I've got to pop out later, but if anybody knows, I'll have a look as well. But I can't look ASAP. But it'd be interesting to know if a Premier League rider can race elsewhere. I tell you what, I have enjoyed I have enjoyed this race, this live stream. If you have as well, obviously hit the like button. And if you're new, subscribe. But I've really missed this sweat. Is that a strange thing? I've really missed like getting this sweat on. It's rather sad, I think, but you definitely feel like you've got to work out, don't you? That's not to say that outdoor riding is a waste of time. It's just, you know, it don't seem to. It doesn't say unless you come home and then you sit down and you're like, oh, that was a ride. I was like, here. Hey, cheers, Mr. Mundell. Thank you. How do I reply to that? Oh, flipping heck. Hang on, guys. I'm useless at sending private messages in game, so I apologise if it appears at the public chat. Oh. Hey Patrick, you're getting it done yourself, buddy. Don't worry about watching me. Michael, I like it when people ride to win like yourself, not just ride to not lose. Sometimes it works, sometimes it... Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, that's right, yeah. But, I think, you know, especially with virtual racing, I think the chances of you losing are smaller. When you have the mindset to be aggressive, then I think. Oh. Have you guys missed me sweat? Have you really missed these streams? Honestly, I've missed it. I was really excited this afternoon to jump on you. I've got to be honest. I was really excited. I couldn't wait to get on. I wanted to find an earlier race just so I could jump on and stream earlier, but I had to be patient, and yeah, you know, this is it's genuinely nice. It's a nice thing to do, to share what we do. Is a bizarre thing, but it's a very nice thing. We'll have a little read up on it. Yeah, I'll definitely let you know about the Zwift verification ride as well. It won't be a super long stream. It'll probably be like this, an hour and a half. But I'll definitely need some support. I don't think. Well, you're not supposed to record audio, so it might. I don't know. I'm sure I could. I'm sure they don't mind me talking in it, but I don't know. Does that affect the test? I have no idea. I could always mute myself, and then you just watch me suffer and chat in the background. Oh. Thank you, DJ, for the ride on. I don't know, Ben. I don't know. I'm just assuming all the verification rides that I've seen, people have sent it in with no audio. But I guess nobody has live streamed them, as in like this. I don't think anybody's. I don't know. We'll find out. Should we have a TSS guess? We've missed them. Oh, did he, Robin? Oh, there we are. We'll have a look. Whew. That's the back. Tell you one thing I probably would do, over the next 2 months, if we have any hill climbs that are within 3 hour drive. Obviously, the hill climbs are quite early in the morning on a Sunday, so I'll be able to drive back and then do a Zwift race in the evening, possibly, as a way of getting some training and. We shall suss it out. We will suss it out. Oop. Okay. So look at the TSS then. My oh, what? That's wrong. It's 375. Oh well. It is what it is. Hey, we did 408 watts for 5 minutes. What is going on? How do we just jump on and do that? Man, oh man, that's rough. That effort is rough there. A little bit of paprika in that one. Ooh, close. Close. Look at that. It goes to show all of that zone 1. That's a really good warm-up, obviously. But not necessarily the zone 1, but in terms of length, it's a very good warm-up for me. And then it allowed me to hit that really hard because of that kind of amount of time just riding in the wheels. Interesting, my max heart rate's over here. Just goes to show that with all of this grey, it takes a while for my heart rate to rise, and even with that unbelievably deep bit of red there, where I was kind of sitting at 8 watts a kilo ish, 480. Yeah, 480 is about 8 watts per kilo, isn't it? Is it? 6, 12, 8, 12, yeah, 48. So 480. So around 8 watts a kilo, and then I settle down and it doesn't really rise. Well, it does rise, but it takes ages to rise. I mean, that's a good 5-minute block, isn't it? Yeah, and then a nice bit of tempo. And what's going on here then? Oh my word. No way. Can you believe that? That was nearly an all-time best 3-minute 48 power. Indoors on Zwift. I mean, it's not even... It's weird, isn't it? Because doing that outdoors is... Yeah, it's not a piece of cake, but like, doing it outdoors is... You know, I'd be able to do that much longer outdoors. We've never had the right situation, I think, in Zwift to go longer than that. But look, 3-minute 40, roughly 3-minute 50, and I'm only 2 watts off it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, there we have it. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, Trim Hill Climb was a blip there. I was surprised I didn't see you there. Thought you might have turned up for it. For the crack. Not necessarily ridden, but, you know. I know it was a nice evening. Whew, up the neck. I'm done in now. Nice day, nice forecast tomorrow, so me and Charlie going for a bicycle ride maybe, and yeah, in fact nice weather for the next week or so, and then we're heading up to North Wales for a couple of days for a bit of a break. Poor Charlie, she's not had a break for months since her starting a new job and everything else. Oh, it's with Emir, is it, Dan? Oh, well, it's in a good place anyway. What time was the hill climb? The hill climb was 6:45 p.m. That was my start time. I was number 15, so the first rider was off at 6:30 p.m. Yeah. Anybody want to race with us? You know where to find us. Discord. I've only got to push it a little bit on Instagram, and it seems like we get about 20 people joining the Discord channel. I know you all had a bit of a panic the other day when when there was a big influx. Oh, race time. My race time for the climb was well, my official time was 3 minutes 40. 3 minutes 39. It sounds daft really, because like about 5 years ago I'd only just do it in 4 minutes. So on a bar day I'm still 21 seconds faster. Yeah, my course record is 3:29. The day before the hill climb, I did a 3:32. Sorry. What's weird, believe it or not, and didn't include it in the video, but it's because I didn't actually look, to be honest. Because when I finished the race and I realized that I'd got all this footage and I had to edit it, and you've got to relive it twice, which is tough. If I had somebody editing my videos, I would just send it all and go like, I don't want to look at this, you do it. And to relive it was difficult, but it's just another day. It's not the World Championship, so it's not that difficult to live with. But like when I looked at the Strava ride, and you guys can look at it as well, but the day after I looked at it, I realised that actually for the Strava segment, for the hill climb, I did a 3:32. So I did exactly the same time as the night before, but my legs felt like absolute rubbish. And I was like thinking to myself, how have I done the same time when I felt terrible? And I didn't include it in the video because I hadn't figured it out. I didn't realise that I'd actually done an actually respectable time. And funny enough, in the video, I don't even mention what time I did. I don't think I mentioned that I went slower. But I would have mentioned that by the stopwatch, the official stopwatch, I did a 3:39. But when I go home and did the Strava segment for the actual hill climb course, I did a 3:32. And the day before, the night before rather, where I had a really good ride, I did a 3:32. So work that one out. Like, it's totally thrown me. Like, I had a bad day, or did I? I don't think I did have a bad day. But yet, I obviously didn't have a bad day time-wise, but body-wise, or legs-wise, I had a bad day. Like, I was definitely on a bad day. I went halfway up that climb, I was like, I feel awful. So it was actually a bad day. But the night before, which I did blind, and I did exactly the same time. I was over the moon with it. So you can't make it up. It's typical, isn't it? It's typical. But yeah, I appreciate all the messages I've had anyway, because it still matters. Like, those times do happen, and you sometimes you can't explain it, and it's just best just to get on with it, isn't it? So it is what it is. Oh. Well, thank you for joining me for my first Zwift race back. More to come. Oh. We'll have to do a couple of meetups as well to get my backside on the bike more. Maybe some early morning ones or some evening ones. Yeah, we take a tip. But we'll have a chat and discuss on Discord. So I will see you over there, guys. How did I feel warming up for it? Brilliant. There's more things pointing towards actually it not being that bad of a night. But for some reason I came away from it feeling horrible. So I don't know. Anyway, it's over. It's over. No more talking about it. Thanks everyone. Catch you over on Discord and wherever else you hang out. Cheers. See ya.